awesome. It's like having a sleepover with your best friend every day. So, best thing I ever did.
It wasn't like that when you had lived with football players?
It's a little different. My roommate for all last season on traveling games was Matty, and he's quite a snorer. So,
so what has the off season been like for you? Because obviously that's a life change and stuff like that. So what has it been like for you?
It's been awesome. My wife's pretty much my rock now. She does everything to make sure I'm on top of my nutrition. She made it so I started eating cleaner, made sure I started waking up more on time, make sure I'm focused, and she's really, really smart. She just graduated this May, and we were kind of like working on school together, and it was just really nice to have someone that was with me for all the process, both football on and off the field.
Were you also the entertainment at the wedding? Did you like sing?
No. It was just a small little wedding for like 20-minute service, and then had our reception at Golden Corral for an hour and a half, and then went on our way. It was a nice little wedding. That's how we both wanted it.
Was it at Golden Corral in Utah or here? Or?
Yeah, it was down in St. George, Utah.
Okay.
So, yep, that's where she's from, and her dad's recovering from cancer, and he just beat it, but he was still a little weak, so we decided to have it down there so he could come.
Nice. So you mentioned staying on top of eating and stuff like that. You every time we see you, you look a little more trim than before. What is different in terms of this season for you in that aspect?
I think for me personally, because I had to step in and play a lot of the tackle position, the 3-tech, and then the 4-eye, and a lot of times you have to rush off the edge. Coach K would say, "Oh, we need you to contain." And I was like, "Coach K, I'm 300 plus pounds. Like, no quarterback is scared of me on the edge." So I pretty much told Coach D and the other coaches I wanted to slim down a little bit so I have more of a chance of getting there to the quarterback a little quicker.
So what's the difference when you go back and forth? What do you do when you're the nose? What do you do when you're outside tackle?
Wow. Well, the best thing about playing the 3-tech is a lot of times you get the one-on-one. And whether for me it's all about watching technique, watching guys like Chase Atata, watching guys like David Moa, and seeing what they do well at nose and tackle, and kind of taking it into my own game. Scale's a beast, and seeing what the O-line gives you. When you're in the nose, you're kind of more in the trenches. The closer you are to the ball, the more contact you have, and so that's kind of the difference. Is less bang on the body, but more exertion on running. So
you like one better than the other?
Nope. I just want to play and do my best and help the team any way I can. So.
Defensive lines are supposed to be imposing, but what makes Boise State's imposing?
I think we just take it one day at a time. We grind, and a lot of people will see that our effort is I would say is up there with some of the best. But we haven't proved anything yet. But I think that we have a lot of good energy, and that's what we bring to the game. We're quick, we're pretty explosive, and that's what gives a lot of offenses a hard time over the years. Is though we don't have the biggest guys, we give a lot of effort, and that's all thanks to Pitt and the coaching staff.
How fun is the kind of balance you guys have in that group? I mean, you and David, well, nobody's been around as long as David, but you and David have been around for a while, some with Chase, and then you got like a young guy full of potential like Scale. So just, I guess, how much fun is kind of the balance that you guys have right now in terms of personalities and all that?
I think it's really fun. I think it's awesome because you see a lot of the young guys, and the great thing is because we're so balanced, everyone's kind of trying to play to their top potential. A lot of us are humble enough and also advanced enough to take coaching from one another. No one's too prideful to take tips. Scale, Scott, even Kukea, Keegan Freeborn, they're all giving me tips while I give them tips as well. It's nice to play with Chase and David because we played for so long together, Manny Facili, but I think for us it's nice because chemistry is more important on the D-line than people may suspect at first. And for us, it's just nice getting to play with people you played with for a while.
What kind of fresh ideas does Coach Schnetting bring in as defensive coordinator?
He brings in a lot. I mean, he has a national championship, so he's got a ring, and his defense was pretty dang good over there. And so he brings in new patterns to our old defense. He's really big in incorporating the two together and building what he believes to be the best position that we can be in for a win.
You mentioned Scale. How have you seen him develop in this offseason?
Oh man, Scale is a freak of nature. That kid is fast, strong. He's quick off the rock. He's got extremely long arms. I mean, some of the longest arms on our team. And you know, this year I think what he's taken a big step in is understanding offenses and where the ball is gonna run. And I think that's one thing. Instead of going just strictly off instinct, he's starting to learn the game.
What does it mean to have David Moore?
Oh man, that's my best friend here. That's my roommate. That's awesome. I'm so happy. You know, he's running around practice, and it just gets me hyped up because, you know, I went pretty much all last year playing without him, and you know, I love my other guys as well. You know, we're all doing this together, but as a, you know, best friend, that's my cousin, that's my roommate. It's just nice to have him around on the field, and you know, we have a lot of good chemistry. And then with Chase playing in, and then when Scale comes in, there's no drop off. And I think David's just one of those playmakers that goes out and gets it done.
You think about yourself, you get back David, you got Chase, Scale, go on and on and on. How deep is this defensive line?
I mean, we're trying to build a lot of dependable depth. I think we have a very good potential to be good, but we haven't seen anything yet. I mean, it's just day 2. We haven't even put on pads, and I think that'll just go along as fall camp comes along. So.
Other side of the ball, that offensive line's been together for a long time. What does that group like to go against?
Those are some big dudes. I mean, John Molchon. I mean, the shortest guy on our O-line is 6'4", you know, and they're towers, they're monsters, and they know how to move bodies. I mean, I was watching the Utah State game the other day, and just, you know, a lot of games during the season, those guys know how to move people off the line. And they've done it to me a few times already this fall camp, where they were able to move me off the ball. But we're getting each other better, and that's what I love, is that our O-line, I hope we're the best thing that they see this year, and I know dang well that they'll probably be the best thing we see this year.
One more, it's cool. We saw you guys in the weight room yesterday. I'm just curious, how much do you guys like to get in there and spend time? And you guys also get in there and you get a lot of work done, it seems, in a pretty short amount of time. Does that vary from summer to fall camp because you are shorter on time? Or yeah.
No, I think, you know, we grind each and every day. The guys get in there. We try to, you know, bust our butt in there and do everything we can to get better. And, you know, whether that's like yesterday during our workouts, you know, power cleaning more or benching more, you know, and it's awesome because we get to bench as a group. And so when we live together, it pushes each other to rise to new heights. And I think that's one thing. And then the time restraint, you know, we understand that we only have a certain amount of time, so we might as well get the best out of every minute.